ke ditlou tša go kgwahla di kuakua di iketetša metsing, di ena tlhompho, di bitšwa matebele. A ge mononyane ka kekana, mononyane ka nzuza, monwa metsing, mohlapatšhwene, mononyane wa bolesiba, moja masukeng foroko, molalankikitlantlweng, tlou ye kgolo ya phalabje. Bangwe ba re o mokgatla, bangwe ba re o anatšhwene, mara botsebotse wena Yesu ke ne a ka foreng.
Please sit back and enjoy this presentation feature. Age restriction not advised and is suitable for the whole family. Would like to welcome you to Mononyane Traditional Authority Experience of the Mononyane family surname and legacy. A film production by Empire Gotham Consulting. Proudly sponsored and funded by Boards Company of South Africa. Presented by Patrick Jr. Monty. Mononyane.
Makeup, wardrobe, Nantso and Nasi.
All language mediums are controlled by Pan South Africa Gotham Language Board, and all copyrights of this publications are the property of Empire Gotham Consulting.
Any productions of this project without the proper permission by the producers of Empire Gotham Consulting are punishable by law of the Copyright Act of Gotham Lechtgotla Law 2026, 12, and by the Boards Company of South Africa.
Mononyane. It all started at Botswana in a village called Phalapi, where Samson and Monokeng Mononyane lived.
The Mononyane family used to drink water and draw from the well river of Futashweni. Little was it known that this generation of Mononyane was to be born. Samson and Monokeng had 3 children, Kuz, Philmung and Magdalene.
May their souls rest in peace and their legacy and memory live long.
Let us dive into the history of the surname Mononyane. Movie publications, a project initiative by Patrick Jr. Monty Mononyane.
It all started with Kekana Mononyane having 3 wives, and the eldest wife was jealous of the younger wife because she was more loved and adored by Kekana. So she influenced the second wife that they should get Muti to actually divert the attention of Kekana from the last wife, that they may get attention. Sadly, their plot failed because Kekana knew the plot, and he quickly ran to see a seer on the matter. Kekana ran off for his life to see the seer while he was shocked overhearing the news. And then, upon arrival at the seer's house, the seer informed him not to eat anything the first wife and the second wife are producing, but only eat what the third wife produces. He was then informed that instead of eating meat which is cooked by the first wife and the second wife, since he loves chew, he rather resort to hunting birds himself. This, little did he know, that would be the legacy of the surname Mononyane. Munna wa go ja dinonyane, because when passers-by saw him, they said, Munna ola wa dinonyane. Hence we have the surname Mononyane. Samson and Mononyane left Botswana with their 3 children. Hence, this is where the legacy of the Mononyane began. Hence, we have different Mononyanes in different types of provinces in South Africa.
Samson and his wife settled in Sandarevure where they were met by the Anglo-Boer British War, and Magdalene was shot and died at the scene, later on buried.
This then led to the 2 remaining boys to be the ones who actually led the generation of Mononyane to what it is today, as we'll be breaking it down in detail. The Mononyane surname is a dialect of Sotho-Pedi Tswana groups found in South Africa denouncing a bird. Hence we say Mononyane Munna wa go ja dinonyane. Although others have got a proximity of saying Mononyana, they were influenced by where they were due to the group Eras Egg, but the true fount is Mononyane. Goose was married and had his own children. Unfortunately, I don't have the records of his children, but I will be getting them very shortly. I only managed to get the records of his other brother, Philemon Rametlwana Mononyane. Where as follows: Ephraim Molefe, Helena Mononyane, Sekhwari Jackson Mononyane, Levi Serero, Mononyane, Angelina, Philemon Rametlwana, Zephania Matlhare, and Magdalene Mapu. We'll be having a testimony from Tate Zephania Matlhare Mononyane, who will be telling us the history of his lineage in the Mononyane family.
Tobela ba Mononyane ke a le dumedisa inele le matla la Morena Jesu wa Nazareta. Ke rata ho le tsebisa hore rena re tlhare le Botswana o papa wa ka ke Philemon Mononyane, mma wa ka ke Mmita Mononyane. Ora kholo wa ka ke Batswana titi, Batswana ba dula Botswana ho na le sediba mona Phalapse ba re ke Botlhapatshweni ne ba khametsi mo teng. Bjale ho rialo ba tla ka keno le bo papa a tla tulong ye ba reng ke Valbatere. Re tlhalefetse hona, re tlholetse hona, papa o nyetse mma hona tulong yeo ya Valbatere, a nyala ka kwa ha Molebalwa, a nyala Mmita Molatelo Mononyane. Bana ba eso ba papa a ba tlhotse le mama wa mathomo ke Ephraim Mononyane Molefe, wa tla Elena Mononyane, ka mora wa Elena wa tla Jackson Sekhwari Mononyane hona tulong ena ya Valbatere. Ka mora wa Sekhwari Mononyane wa tla Lefi Serero. Ka mora wa Serero wa tla Mononyane. Ka mora wa Mononyane wa tla Philemon Mononyane e le Rametlwane. Ka mora wa Rametlwane wa tla nna. Ka mora wa nna Zephania Mononyane Matlhare wa tla wa ntatellang Magdalena. Bjale bana ba bashimane ka lapeng letso re e be re le ba batlhano, banyana e le ba bararo. So papa wa ka e be e le moruti. Re tswetswe ka mo boruting ka mo bokreste le ka ntlheng ya borakgolo a bomma. Rakgolo mmele ha mama wa me le ena ne le moruti. Ba tswetse pele ba re bontsha lesedi la Modimo hore re phele bjang, re phele re le bana ba boifang bobe, re rate botle, re berekele Modimo. Ba buti ka moka ha bona ba robetse, mara ba robetse e le baruti. Ba babedi ba bana ba etso re beile matitjhere. Lefi Mononyane Serero o beile morutishi, le nna Zephania ka ba morutishi. Re tswile di-pension tse re ruta lapeng la etso ka moka, le hona bjale bana ba babuti ke baruti. Bana ba babuti ba tshwere letsoho lela la bo papa bona ke baruti ka moka ha bona. ke leboga matla a modimane ke rata metswalle e ratagang moreneng gore ga nne re ka kopana ra iketla ra ba batho ba tee ra tsebana titi gore mang le mang o tswa kae re seke ra kwa fela re bolela re sa bonane ditshwene tsetso modimo a be le lena ka lengwe la matsatsi modimo o tla re kopantsha le nna ke moruti a ke bolela bjale amen.
The elephant, which is Tlo, is the family token representing a vision of wisdom, intelligence, strength, unity, harmony, and togetherness, which the family goes through throughout the generations, in good times as well as in bad times. The Mononyanes like to call themselves Ditlo. Every time they get together, Ditlo, we lekai Ditlo, awa tlo we fitli, and atlo we fitli, wa kwagala, because an elephant is a very powerful animal that has got strength and vigor, and we see this through the family celebrations where they like to cook lekar kos, the Mononyanes, by themselves, and don't refer other people doing the catering during their events. Mr. P.J.M. Mononyane established the Mononyane movement, which is a cultural movement of the preservation of culture, history, which is an organ that is donor funded, and to ensure that the legacy of Mononyane continues. Hence, we have this video that is displayed, which is actually also founded by this particular movement or organ. Now I'll be talking about one of my grandfathers who actually gave birth, great-great-grandfathers who actually gave birth to my great-grandfather, Philemon Alpatla. Now we've got Sohari Jackson Mononyane who got married, and he had 9 children and 1 boy. One of the eldest children is Philemon Alpatla Mononyane, who was a postmaster by profession. And we hear of tales told by Mononyane that Philemon used to travel in an ox-drawn, not ox actually, a horse-drawn cart, and they would deliver post across South Africa. Sometimes they even sleep along the way or in lodges in their cart. And this is where he met his sweetheart in Potchefstroom, Morongwa Rebecca Manamagabu, otherwise known as Omama, and were blessed with 6 children. Philemon and Rebecca were referred as Omama and Obaba. Influenced by the Berlin Mission Society of the Evangelical Lutheran Church, Philemon Mononyane became a lay preacher and deacon in the Evangelical Lutheran Church. Now he was married to his sweetheart Morongwa Rebecca Magabu and were blessed with 6 children as I've stated, and their children were Adam, Martha, Daniel, Jacobus, Eva, and Gerard. And this is where the history of the Mononyane began under the Adam. Philemon and Rebecca stayed in a farm called Mamuruswane, which is Rudeport, and that's where they are buried, and their graves are found there. Of course, they had children, as I've stated, and through these children, some of them got married, and then they had children of their own, and they also had grandchildren, which is something that makes the family tree to be quite profound. Now, I want to also emphasize the fact that we only spoken about Sofari, Jackson, and Manukeng, all the other children as well, because each and everyone has got their own dynasty where they fall unto. We call it the clans. Because you've got all Mononyanes in different walks of life. They've had challenges and successes. And we are quite proud of the fact that through the legacy that we've embodied from our great-grandfather, we are able to actually be who we are We are shameless, we have confidence, we are intelligent, we're able to actually intervene in situations that are beyond our control. And one thing that also I learned over the years being a Mononyane is that you tend to become a threat amongst people because people perceive you as this person, only to find that you are an approachable person, you are loving, but very shrewd and very dangerous when you are angry. So we've got patriarchs and matriarchs over the years who contributed in the history of South Africa, who were Mononyanes in the different provinces, and history can never erase those people, who they were and what they did and who they lived with. And it was so nice because we learn a lot of experiences from the people who stayed in the past. We've got lessons that we also learned, life's little lessons, life's little secrets, secrets of success, how to be productive, how to be more, spontaneous, how to live a life making something out of nothing. And some of them are late. May their souls rest in peace. Some of them are still alive to tell the tale. Some of them are the last remaining people because now their time on earth is actually about to expire. But still, they're still forging and going ahead, and they keep on continuing to do good things. There's great testimonies that are actually said, and like there's a lot of positivity and a lot of influences and beautiful things that they've actually imparted in our lives. Some of them we even had the opportunity to celebrate their birthdays. Some of them had the opportunity to even see their grandchildren and great grandchildren. And I can go on and on and on. So it has been a very interesting trailer. And I believe that we'll still add more because we are many, like I've said. If you can check the hierarchy of how everything started. To wrap up the video, we saw ourselves attending the 86th birthday of Omelaniki, daughter of Jacobus Mulhamnanyane and Utopumere Mulonyane, which is a feature which we close our video off. Thank you very much for watching our video.
Let us go.